he had a long run, broke for like 60. And Christian was a guy that's going to finish every run to the end zone. If he can finish it, he's going to finish it to the end zone. So he goes to the end zone, and they're trying to kind of run hurry up on offense. So they call C.J. Anderson in to go replace him. And Christian's pissed. He is pissed. He comes back and he's like, "Did I say I was tired?" And it was like, nah. He was like, then don't take me out. You know what I'm saying? And like that's rare. It's training camp. The impact is based on opportunity, right? And so if you have a healthy Christian McCaffrey and you have those guys that have been there that's in place, his impact will kind of be limited this year. But if he gets an opportunity, I promise you, you guys won't regret it. As long as he can pick up the tempo of the NFL, when I mean the tempo, not necessarily at the actual speed, but the mental speed of the game. If he can really study film and really pick up on tendencies of defenses, if he can know what stunts are coming, if he can really study the game of football from an offensive standpoint, then you can truly see an impact being made.
All right, the 49ers drafted Jordan James out of Oregon, and who better? It happened on Saturday. I was at Oregon, and this man was there at Oregon on Saturday as well. Kenyon Barner, three-time Super Bowl champ. I owe Kenyon an apology. I watched the game back, and when I introduced him, I said, three-time Super Bowl champ, unanimous All-American, but I did not say Oregon Athletics Hall of Famer. We were on the broadcast together of the Oregon spring game, and I was there, man. Somebody said to me, I think the Niners are about to take Jordan James. So like it felt like Oregon people knew that the Niners liked him.
Yeah, man. I think it was a great pick. I think it was a great pick for the Niners and a great fit for Jordan James. The reason I say that is Jordan James is a perfect back for that system. Here's the hole, hit the hole, go get the yards. Outside of that, Jordan gets to go into a situation to where he has a guy like Christian McCaffrey who he can actually learn from. Christian is one of the rarest backs I've ever been around. So for him to be able to go there and really observe what it takes to be great, because Christian is a great back when he's healthy. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's dealing with injuries, obviously they can't be themselves, but we all know who Christian McCaffrey is and what he looks like when he's on the team and he's healthy.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. I thought you might. This is stuff but you talk about offense. Here's a photo. This is from last year for people listening. This is the Niners have a number 44 fullback. Not something you see a lot in college football, but this is Jordan James lined up behind 44, Zach Grace at Oregon last year. So what are like when you talk about why he fits the Shanahan offense? What are the things that he does really well that the Shanahan offense can take advantage of?
His style of running. I think every back is tailored to a particular style of offense. And when you have a style like Jordan James, where you're a north and south guy, you see a hole, you hit the hole. As I said, Eric, that's what he does great. He doesn't dance around. He doesn't have too many wasted movements. He's gonna get what he can, get upfield, and he's gonna punish you. And that's something that when you go back to the Devontae Freeman era in Atlanta with Shanahan, it wasn't a whole lot of dancing in the open field. He would make you miss and do what he did, but it was a lot of north and south, seeing the hole, hitting the hole, and that's exactly what Jordan James is. And you could also throw T. Cole in there, even though T. Cole was a faster back. That's their change of pace back, but it was still stretch and puncture, stretch and puncture. It was definitely, this is what Jordan James is built for. I think he will thrive in this offense.
Obviously, a lot of people watch Oregon, but for those, some people just watch the NFL. If they don't watch Oregon's offense, where are there similarities with what Will Stein, the offensive coordinator, does? Adjustments from playing at Oregon to playing in the NFL with the Niners?
What Will Stein does, it's you see it let me get my words right. You see in NFL offenses, you see NFL offenses in the Oregon system. There's a lot of when you hear scouts talk about Oregon in this program now, what they talk about is resemblance to the NFL, whether it's how the team is structured, the team is built, or it's how these guys are running plays. So there's definitely some crossover with what Will Stein does in the run game, whether it's gap scheme or whatever it may be, stretch, mid zone, and all of that. There is crossover with Shanahan's offense.
He caught 47 balls last year.
Mhm.
So that's McCaffrey, right? Esque. Shanahan does not, as I'm sure you watch the Niners, like if you do not protect the quarterback, he will not put you on the field.
That's
now
the
you
NFL
play
period. That's the
You,
NFL period. If you
yeah,
can't
you
protect
played
my
for.
number,
I was just gonna say, I'm sorry, so people make sure they know you played for Belichick, you played for Doug Peterson. I'm sure Bruce Arians
yeah,
and Tom Brady were sticklers for that.
yeah.
So I'm sorry to interrupt you, but keep going on that
Good.
topic.
If you can't protect the number one priority on my team, you cannot play for me. That's all of the NFL. And don't get me wrong, there's not a lot of great blockers out there, but there's guys that will get the job done. And Jordan James is a guy who doesn't mind sticking his nose in there, getting dirty, taking on contact to protect the quarterback. So he'll get on the field.
You're part of a incredible legacy at Oregon at that. It's just funny how some places the coaches change, but the positions they're like legacy positions. Like Penn State and linebackers, Oregon and running backs.
Yeah.
Oregon. I don't, from a college NFL standpoint, there really hasn't. We'll see what Tez Johnson does. There really are like no receivers that have gone on to. It's crazy,
Yeah.
but the running back position, for whatever reason, is just you guys are. It's like two a year. It's not even one. It's like two of you guys a year are just studs.
Yeah.
What do you make of that?
That's just the history of that program. That's the lineage of it. You can go way back to Reuben Drones. You can go back to Terrence Whitehead. You can go back to Ontario Smith. You can go to Jonathan Stewart. You can go to LaMichael James. You can go to LeGarrette Blount. You can keep going to these different guys, even guys that have went on and played in Canadian football, Jeremiah Johnson. Um, that's just what that program has attracted. And it's a credit to the coaches that have been in place. Obviously, it was Coach Cam for a long period of time. But then you go to Coach Locke, who's now at Ohio State. Now
Yeah.
you have Coach Samp. These guys have recruited guys that can play that spot, and they play it well and at a high level. And it's a lot of crossover. Once you get to the NFL, you start to see these guys stick around. And there's plenty of guys that have been in the league that may not have been quote unquote big names at the NFL level, but have been guys who have maintained careers.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible. I don't imagine you take a lot of pride in that.
Absolutely, 1000%.
Yeah. And again, I am sorry for not introducing you as Oregon Hall of Famer.
Oh, it's okay.
I felt bad about that, man.
Listen, I take myself serious, but I don't take myself that serious.
No, I know. But it's just that's a big whiff. I mentioned the coaches. You've played for really demanding coaches at a very high level on really good teams. This Niners team, Kyle Shanahan, there's no doubt. I don't know. Do you have much experience with him? He's a demanding coach. Were you with him in it? No. Did you
No,
miss him
I
in
missed
Atlanta?
him. Yeah,
Yeah.
I missed him. Yeah. When I got there was Dirk Cutter.
Gotcha.
Mm.
But they've been like this close twice.
Yeah, right there.
You know what it takes to win. So there's this debate of like, can he not win? Or, I'm of the belief there's so many things that go right, go wrong. You just got to keep getting close. What's your opinion of Kyle Shanahan and getting close?
At some point in time, you get tired of just getting close, and especially as a fan base. But oftentimes, everybody looks at the coach when you don't win. The coach takes majority of the blame when you're not coming out on top. But you really got to look at it. It's a combination. Like you said, everything has to go right, but players have to do their part, coaches have to do their part, and everything kind of has to go your way. Like not only getting into the playoffs, but making a run to get to into the Super Bowl. There's so many different things, so many different areas that have to go right for you that I don't think people truly understand. I'll go back to when we played not Philadelphia, when I played for Philadelphia, but we played against New England in the Super Bowl. Everything had to go our way. Everything. We are playing against arguably the greatest quarterback of all time, arguably the greatest coach of all time. And anything can go on in those games, but you have to be locked in on your assignments. You have to be locked in on execution. Things have to go wrong for the other team that typically go right. Tom Brady on the trick play where the ball is right off of his fingertips, where a couple of years earlier, that same play was hit against us in New England, that same exact play. But it's just those little things that need to go our way, that have to go our way in order to win. Um, it's hard at that level. It's hard to win, and sometimes you just face better teams, and that's just what it's been for the Niners in the times that they have gotten to that place, gotten to the pinnacle of it. They just face better teams.
Christian McCaffrey, you were with him. Were you with him in Carolina?
Carolina.
What? Give me as a guy who's done it at the high. By the way, how many NFL players are in the three rings club, like you, 3 Super Bowl rings.
I mean, I know of a couple that went to it. LeGarrette, Patrick Chung, Ed only has two, but there's a few guys out there with three, but there's only myself, and I should know this name because it's a category that I'm in, but there's only myself and one other individual that has 3 Super Bowls with three different teams.
Oh,
Um, and I should know that name, but I don't.
is it Matt Millen? No,
No,
I'm on Reddit right now.
no,
Matt Millen, 2 with
he's from,
Oakland, LA, 1 with San Francisco, 1 with Washington. Somebody said so.
so
That's
that's different.
4. That's
Yeah,
different though. Yeah,
that's different. He got four.
yeah.
He's in a whole nother category.
That's a whole other cat. Wow.
Yeah.
And
Um,
but anyway, so what do the guys who have done it at the highest level like you think when you see a guy Christian McCaffrey doing it at like this crazy level?
he's a unicorn in so many different ways. My first experience with Christian McCaffrey, and I've never seen any guy do this. Our training camp in Carolina 2018, Christian McCaffrey literally took every rep in training camp, every single rep as a running back. And for those of you guys who have not been able to either go to a training camp and experience it, and those who have never played in the NFL and been in it, it is physical, it is brutal, it's grueling, it's long, hot, exhausting days. Your body is breaking down, your mental is breaking down. Christian McCaffrey literally took every single rep in training camp. And I had never seen that before. Like guys are trying to figure out a way to preserve their bodies during training camp for the season. Meanwhile, Christian McCaffrey, I'll tell you a quick little story. Skip caught it. He had a long run, broke for like 60. And Christian was a guy that's going to finish every run to the end zone. If he can finish it, he's going to finish it to the end zone. So he goes to the end zone and they're trying to kind of run hurry up on offense. So they call CJ Anderson in to go replace him. And Christian's pissed. He is pissed. He comes back and he's like, "Did I say I was tired?" And it was like, "Nah." He was like, "Then don't take me out." You know what I'm saying? And like that's rare. It's training camp. Guys aren't looking to do that at that level in that space. So that kind of gives you an idea of who and what Christian McCaffrey is and how he's wired. That dude is special. When you look at him on the field, his ability to make plays, whether it's out of the backfield as a pass catcher or running the ball in the screen game, the dude's a returner. He can return the ball, but we haven't seen him do that in a number of years. But he can return punts. He can literally do anything and everything you want him to do.
It's funny, around Niner land, it's like there's a lot of these games where, especially when the Niners are rolling, it's like late third quarter, Niners are up like 17, and McCaffrey's getting his like 26th carry of the day. And
Mhm,
people are like,
mhm.
what do you get him out of there? But the story is always like, well, you have to like convince him to get out of there.
You gotta treat him like he's in concussion protocol and take his helmet. That's what you got to do to get Christian off the field. He's just a dude that loves football. He loves playing the game. And if he can play every minute, every second of every game, he will do it. You have to force him out of it.
That's cool, man. All right. So tell me, like Jordan James, what kind of, what it's like to come into the league. Uh, what is it like? What kind of impact do you think he can make right away for the night? And I should, as you're saying that, I'm going to put up as well so people can check out Ducks of a Feather. This is a really good content
Appreciate you, man.
that you do on YouTube. Ducks of a Feather, which also is you guys Dof. I wish I went to Oregon just so I could wear Ducks of a Feather gear, the
Yeah,
Nikes and everything.
yeah,
But it's really cool. Check out the YouTube Ducks of a Feather, the website. Um, Dante Moore. I mean, their quarterback. Like, oh,
yeah. We got some guys. Yeah, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, okay?
oh, you're right.
No,
You're
but
right. Hold on. Yeah.
no. Look, I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Helping us out. We'll return the favor. But the impact that Jordan James can have, the impact is based on opportunity, right? And so if you have a healthy Christian McCaffrey and you have those guys that have been there that's in place, his impact will kind of be limited this year. But if he gets an opportunity, I promise you, you guys won't regret it. As long as he can pick up the tempo of the NFL, when I mean the tempo, not necessarily at the actual speed, but the mental speed of the game. If he can really study film and really pick up on tendencies of defenses, if he can know what stunts are coming, if he can really study the game of football from an offensive standpoint, then you can truly see an impact being made. But while you have CMAC there, it may be limited, but again, when he gets an opportunity, which I pray and hope that he will, he'll put on a show.
It's awesome, man. Can't wait to
Yes,
see
sir.
him.
Yes, sir. It's gonna be good. I
Kenyon, it was
promise.
great working with you this weekend too. Appreciate it. Great to
Absolutely,
meet
man.
you.
I appreciate you guys. Great meeting you. Great talking to you, and great doing this with you as well.
Yeah, likewise. Thanks, man.